Hello everyone. We'll now look at an introduction to Node-RED and IBM Watson IoT platforms. NetSim allows more sophisticated IoT network modeling using the emulator add-on, whereby real hardware and applications can be connected to the virtual network in NetSim. In this context, we'll see how Node-RED, a popular IoT tool, and IBM Watson IoT platform can be interfaced with NetSim. Node-RED is a flow-based tool for connecting hardware devices and online services. Watson is IBM's IoT platform for connecting, collecting, and processing IoT data. Sensors, smart meters, and Raspberry Pis can also be connected to NetSim using Node-RED. When NetSim operates in emulation mode, these devices would send their data to cloud platforms via the virtual network modeled in NetSim. In this virtual network, users can model wireless and backhaul communications between the sensors and the cloud. NetSim then sends the sensor packets to IBM Watson, and these packets would have experienced network effects such as delay, loss, and error in the virtual network in NetSim. Let us now look at the interfacing of Node-RED, NetSim, and IBM Watson cloud platform. We first open the Node-RED design window. Here, the gray colored box is the data injection block. This box decides the sensing interval. The orange box is used to generate the temperature reading at every sensing interval. The green box is the debugger. The blue box is used to connect the sensor to IBM Quick Start to send data to the cloud. Next, we open the IBM Watson Cloud Framework user interface from the blue box. We have a link over here. This shows the live temperature readings from the sensors that we have configured. Then we open NetSim. The virtual sensor in NetSim is mapped to Node-RED, and the virtual cloud server in NetSim is mapped to IBM Watson. An emulation application is configured between Node-RED and IBM Watson. We run simulation. The temperature readings are printed in NetSim console, and as you can see, this matches the readings shown in IBM Watson. The packets from Node-RED flow through the virtual network from sensors to gateway and then to the server via the router and then leave the NetSim network. We next look at a fog computing example. Fog computing is an architecture whereby edge devices are used to carry out a substantial amount of computation, storage, and communication. In NetSim, we program the 6-LoWPAN gateway node to process the sensor readings locally. In the first example, temperature readings which are in degrees Celsius are converted to Kelvin and passed to IBM Watson. We change the fog computing routine in NetSim to do the convert operation. We then rebuild and run the simulation. NetSim console as well as IBM Watson on the cloud now show the new Kelvin readings. In the conversion example, the 6-LoWPAN gateway converts from Celsius temperature scale to Kelvin temperature scale by adding 273 to each reading. Thus, for example, a reading of 27 degrees Celsius would be converted as 300 Kelvin. Next, we see one more example where the 6-LoWPAN gateway in NetSim is programmed to filter temperature readings based on a specified threshold of 30 degrees Celsius. We again change the fog computing routine in NetSim, this time to do the filter operation. We then rebuild and run the simulation. NetSim console as well as IBM Watson on the cloud now show only readings above 30. The values below 30 degrees Celsius are filtered. To recap, in these two examples, the 6-LoWPAN gateway in NetSim operated as fog computing device. In the first example, it converted Celsius readings to Kelvin, and in the second example, it filtered readings below 30 degrees Celsius. This data was then sent to IBM Watson running in the cloud. Another example could be a false data injection attack where the data value itself is changed. Some of the areas in IoT where active research is performed using NetSim are network attacks, energy efficient routing, clustering implementations, intrusion detection systems, fog computing, network emulation, etc. And our file exchange in our website has a list of these projects that are available. We also have a GitHub repository where all these projects along with source codes and documentation are available. With this, we have come to the end of this webinar, and